I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Welcome back to the channel, people. It's Man and the co-host Huntley Swaby for this big one, Argentina versus Australia. Is it really a big one or just a fun game to watch as we are all expecting and anticipating a breathtaking performance by Argentina, and we're looking forward to a big win with big goals as Lionel Messi, the self-proclaimed GOAT of this present generation, will be taking on the Aussies. The Socceroos, they call them. There must be some kangaroos. Yeah, Sammy, I don't know. But they are playing the West Indies and not able to beat the West Indies in cricket. So I don't know how successful they will be in beating Argentina in football. But let's see how it will go. I'm going to have Sir Swaby give his thoughts on this game as you see the 11 posted on the screen for both teams. Coach Swaby, welcome.
Thanks for having me, man. Back up and running. Another beautiful day of football. First game was traumatic. But, we're back again to enjoy the beautiful game, the beautiful sport, and spend time together and have some fun, as much fun as we can have in this. But I don't like to start off doing this, but I have to correct you right off the bat, man. Lionel Messi have never claimed to be the GOAT. You leave that to Cristiano Ronaldo. All right?
Oh. So Cristiano Ronaldo is a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Self-proclaimed GOAT. Messi is just a player, the Messiah. Shepherd is flock along towards greatness, right?
Okay, because they have different kinds of goats.
Yes.
There are some goats, Nubian and all of those things. So sometimes a man can be a goat, but they're like common goat. And you have the real Nubian goats that are sell at a premium. They're available for and things. But should be an interesting game. The Netherlands are awaiting the winner of this tie in the quarterfinals. I don't see any reason why Argentina should not win this easily. And scoring, I would say I am expecting a minimum of 4 goals from the Argentinians. Anything less than that will be a big disappointment for me.
I honestly think that it's not going to be easy, but the result should be in favor of Argentina at the end of 90 minutes. Um, I think the Socceroos that they call themselves are gonna have a something to say. But if Argentina can, quiet down them as quickly as possible, they with an early goal, I think you set the stage for this to be a comfortable win for Argentina. But Argentina has been blowing hot and cold the entire World Cup. Yes, after having that, I think 32 or 33 game winning streak coming into the World Cup, which any team that have won so many games have earned the right to come in with a little bit of a swag. But after that first defeat by Saudi Arabia, kind of pushed them back a little bit, and they had to earn the right now to get into the playoff stage. And now they're here. I think they want to prove that they are one of the top teams, if not the top team, in this World Cup by taking this trophy and bringing it home. But they have to get past the Socceroos today. And my overall prediction, I say Argentina comfortable 2-0 win.
Okay, all right. I hear Fresh God saying that the stream is not on the other channel. I don't know, Fresh God. Let me check and see. I don't know what is going on there, but I think it is on both, unless something is wrong over there. But let's see. Um, yeah, it is on both of them, Fresh God. I don't know what's going on, Fresh God, but we'll see. We'll try and sort that out. But respect. But good thoughts that the teams are in the dressing room coming out. Pesa is in the room, and if Pesa is in the building, you know what Pesa is here about. Pesa is here because he wants Argentina to go home.
Oh boy, Pesa is going to be a pest today.
Yes, he's one of those. No man, he's at work, so at least he'll be spared his wrath today. Especially if Argentina lose, it will be the happiest day. Probably better than the salary that he would pick up from works. But we will see. But like I said, that if this is not an easy game for Argentina, I don't know what will be an easy game for Argentina. This is
Could be,
yeah.
but like I said, if they go out and get a good first goal, early first goal, not a good, just a early first goal, then they set the table for them to have somewhat an easy game, because the last game they played in the qualifying, they control proceedings after going up with that second goal very nicely through possession, and this is the playoffs, so the Socceroos have nothing to lose by going out trying to get something from the game, right? So a first goal by Argentina is always going to set the table, and in fact, an early goal by the Socceroos might not be a bad thing also, right?
Yeah, you know what though, that these guys, the Australians, they have nothing to lose because they have already
Surpassed.
this is historic for them.
Yes.
So they have already, they have a little history going for them. So really and truly, they have nothing to prove. They have nothing to lose. So they should be all gung ho, eager, pressing and pushing. And I mean, as long as they don't get embarrassed, but I think they should go after this one, try and win it, pressure the Argentinian, because they have nothing to lose and nothing to be ashamed of. And so will that make it difficult for Argentina? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough quality in this Australian team for them to cause any problems. And if they do cause Argentina problems, then more than commending the Aussies, I'll be disappointed in Argentina.
I'm of the same thought also, where I'm looking for, like I said, quality football. Let's see if one team, if not Argentina, can get out first and set the table, set the tempo, and set the margin of victory. Um, so the teams are on the field. They are going through pre-game, which is national anthems and all that beautiful stuff. And just here waiting patiently, management, to get it going and get it rolling.
Yeah, I want to welcome Daphne Jackson. She's the first female to enter the stream and make a comment because there may be others who are viewing but not commenting. So welcome. Listen, at some point we need to get either Daphne, AM AM Henry or BB Cross. Maybe in the quarterfinals, one of you need to come on to the stream and give your thoughts on football. I always tell people that when you listen to women, when it comes on to football, they use a lot more logic than men. Think because men are so vested or invested in the game, they speak a lot emotionally when they talk about football. Women can be more logical because very few of them have preferences. So we'd love to hear one of the ladies on our panel just dissecting and extrapolating key points from the games. So looking forward to probably Daphne one day. Big up also Foreign Spider. Foreign Spider is a key help to this channel. There are many times that he does stuff for me that I will not mention, but in terms of how the videos are, he does a lot of things behind the scenes. So big up Foreign Spider, the IT man there. So bless up yourself. Big up Fresh God as well. Like I said, always doing the moderating role in the comment section. Again, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I always tell people that when we do that upfront, what it does, it pushes others to want to come onto the stream and see what is happening. The rituals are almost over in terms of anthems being played and stuff being done. Want to shout out again my friend Neo. You understand me, Neo Sovereign. Auntie Kyle Wallace. Big up Shem Jackson or Shem J, some of you call her. And one lady that they have been asking for a whole lot on the stream is Claudia. Claudia, you have been MIA and many persons have been asking for you and about you. Big up to all the friends and family, all the players who are part of Coach Huntley Swaby's club, who may be watching this time, and parents, you understand me? Oh. And also, look who is back. The strength is back. Every time Dave comes into the chat, he says the strength is back. All right, so big up yourself. Oh, Daphne is stealing. Oh, let us whisper. Daphne is actually stealing time from work, watching. Big up. I love the people who take a risk to watch the stream. So let's keep it quiet. People don't want any spies in here, reporting on Daphne so that they can give her an increase at work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Daphne, big up yourself, Daphne. I will love it. Take it back to school days when there's a game on the radio and you put your little earphone in and you want to hear the game and you just, hey, listen, man, it's always fun. It's always fun. We'll make it worth your while, Daphne, as best as we can.
Yeah. But like I said, I am looking at this Argentina team to see what I can get from them as I look to the future against Argentina, look to the future to Argentina, Netherlands. That's what I'm really looking. What can I learn from this game about Argentina in their game against Netherlands? So it's almost like I have gone into the future and dismissed Australia because I cannot see. There's no analyzing. There's no breaking down. There's nothing. Argentina should win this in a canter. All right, but I'm going to, for a moment or so, leave you in the capable hands. Well, let me just stay with Coach Swaby as the game is about to start. I don't know if it has kicked off on your end.
No, we're still waiting. I think the countdown is going right now in the stadium.
Okay.
I have the volume on my device down, so
all right. So let me see. They're about to kick. Australia has the kickoff. They're in their yellow tops, green shorts, white socks. Argentina in their striped blue and white and their black shorts. Oh, Daphne said Roberto Baggio brought her to I heard an ex-lady on the radio this week. I think it is, oh geez, think it is the breakfast thing on Power 106, and she said the same thing. She said that she and her father were watching Brazil, Baggio, and when Baggio missed that penalty, she fell in love with Italy. And just yesterday morning, she said that it was the second World Cup Italy missing, and Italy is her team. So, yeah, I know it's not Daphne Jackson, but the person was actually on radio yesterday morning at the Breakfast Club, or the Breakfast Edition, it is called, on KLAS, and said the same thing like you are saying, Daphne. So Australia with us throwing into the box of Argentina, back out, and Argentina uh, on the break here as they get early attacked by Australia, but not creating a meaningful chance out of it. Coach COB, game started on your end as well?
Yes, game started on my end. The ball been played back now to the Socceroo center back from left to right, back to the goalkeeper. I'm in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Where are you?
1 minute and 7 seconds.
All right, so I'm about 10 seconds in front of you.
Okay, all right. Go ahead then. Take it away.
All right. Ball's out for a throw on the right side for Argentina. Argentina plays it back to the fullback. Fullback plays it back to the center back. Center back opens his body, takes some touches, play to the left. Center back, which is Nicolas, back to Christian. Christian opens his body, plays forward, but play back. The Socceroos are setting up a press, forcing the ball to the left side. Argentina still in possession comfortably. Lionel Messi hasn't touched the ball yet. He's doing his thing, getting into positions, constantly looking over his shoulder. I think we should have someone watch one of these games one day and count how much time Lionel Messi look over his shoulder. His head is constantly on a swivel. You can see that the Socceroos are in a 4-4-2 formation. Nothing crazy. Two solid, evenly spread lines of four with the two strikers slightly spread to force the ball wide into wide areas where they can press the ball. 2.5 minutes into the game, you can see Argentina now is they drop the number 6 midfielder between the center backs and push the two fullbacks up high and wide. This is going to be a tactical game similar to the game this morning. And you and I, man, I've spoken about this a couple of times, and the crew have spoken about this from the standpoint that this World Cup is going to be a World Cup of the tactics. The teams that can come in with a plan, but make some adjustment with the meta. Most effective tactics available when it's necessary to get a result. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just you and me on the broadcast. Keep your comments coming. A man's man step away. He has given me the keys to the kingdom, and I will try to do my best to make him proud. Daphne, I put up your comment first. Being a gentleman, ladies first. Demo screaming out King Leo. Oh, that's a handball right there. The referee didn't check it. Ball to hand if the referee didn't check it. So it's a goal kick for Australia. If I'm a little bit ahead of you, please let me know. Don't want to start celebrating goals too quickly and nobody knows what's happening. And the first and second, Daphne. All right. She said, but I still have that love for France, even when France beat them 98 out quarterfinals. I went and cheer on France. That's good. We're not cheering for France. That's good. I like it. So you have your teams, you have your favorites, but you do. If one team goes, you cheer for the next best thing. That's how the sport is supposed to be. That's why it's such a big sport. You have your number one team, you have your national team, but if they don't do well, you have another team that you might have, family member living in, and it's a good country to them. You just want to cheer for them and help becoming a fan to the sport. Now, Argentina seem to be dominating right now in the possession stats. Because I'm using my phone, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be able to view the stats too much until halftime comes around. But Argentina, obviously, in the possession stats, they are in charge right now. But like I said before, the Socceroos are very organized, and obviously, you can see that they're concentrated also. First touch, Lionel Messi touch it. The Socceroo defender let him know that, hey, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here all day, every day. Oh, I love it. So far is the best I've seen Argentina kept the ball, and as I said, that is a commentator's curse where they just turn it over with no pressure on the ball, misread the situation, and just pass the ball into total ear. King Jaff Arjevi. King Jevi says, go Ozzy. Listen, as he started out getting a big whooping in the French game, and I've made things work for them and turning around that first horrible game that they played, and now they're back in the playoffs. I think this is the second time they're in the playoffs. The moment Lionel Messi touches the ball 30 yards from goal, you can see they have two or three players right away. They're closing him down. That could be used. Argentina could use that as an advantage to create space and more time for other players on the ball. There's a foul in midfield. Argentinian kick for the 38 yards away from goal, taken by Lionel Messi, playing out to the left side. I know we spoke about this early this morning, but I'm going to say it again. We should have a line for the stats where ball recovery, how long it takes for a team to recover the ball. Daphne, I'm going to share sentiments. Roberto Baggio is one of my favorite players of all time. Just, like his demeanor, always got on with the game. always seem like there's nothing bothering him. That's a low point in his career, and a lot of people like to point to that and say, hey, he missed a penalty in the World Cup. But guess what? People miss penalties all the time. People miss penalties all the time. It's just a matter of where you miss a penalty. The cup finals, a regular league game, scrimmage. In scrimmage, no one sees it, right? But once it comes to a championship game and you miss a penalty, the whole world, look at you differently. But I think if you have one game where you have a low, I don't think that low should follow you for the rest of your life. Because there's so much good he did for the Italian football. So much good. I should have to ask another question. I'm going to tell you, Italy have some good midfielders and backs, but Italy over the past
All right, so
5 years have not.
Hold on. Oh,
you got it, big guy.
Okay, sorry, Coach Swaby. Just want to give them a little update on what is happening here. Australia in possession. So come to that question from Daphne. Australia in possession here, deep in their own half. Good play by the player there to get a pass one Argentinian as they play this one long, collected in defense by Argentina. But very good start to the game by Australia so far. The score is still 0-0. We are in the 12th minute of the game. So this is not bad for Australia. Just want you to know as well that the Ben Francis Cup finals are on today in schoolboy football in Jamaica, where Edwin Allen goes up against Glenmuir in an all-Clarendon derby. And then you also have Central versus Clarendon College in the finals of the Costa Cup. Both games are being played at St. Elizabeth Technical, the school they call Stets down there in Western Jamaica. It is still 0-0 in the 13th minute of the game, with Argentina playing the ball all the way back to Emi Martinez in goal. Yes, and they're just playing it around the back as is playing a 4-3-3 here, really pressing the Argentinian. Like I said, they have nothing to lose, and they may come into this one just seeking to apply a little pressure. I am a little bit surprised that there hasn't been any breakthrough yet for Argentina, as I throw you back over here to Coach Huntley Swaby.
Yes, there have not been a breakthrough as yet, because the Socceroos have sat back a little bit with a 4-4-2, just defending a little bit deep and looking to play balls into their strikers. Long ball played by the Ahazi center back, recovered quickly by Argentina in midfield, and immediately the Aussies drop off into their shape again. The symmetry of a 4-4-2 is always difficult to break down, especially when you have a team that's well drilled and well organized. But as I was saying before about Italy, Daphne, is that Italy have had some quality midfielders and some good center backs, or some good backs, but they have not produced quality attackers over the past couple of years. So they have struggled mightily in qualifying for the World Cup, because they don't give up a lot of goals, but they don't score. So when you're tying a lot of games and you're not getting wins, you're probably going to fight for the third place or the second place. And chances are, if you don't get quality offensive play, you're probably going to end up outside that top two. So that's what's been happening with them. If you're watching their league is still pretty, Italian league is Italian league. Now you can see that the The Socceroos are getting a little bit more adventurous. They're stepping out, right, of their comfort zone, pushing up, trying to press the Argentinian in the Argentinian half. Now, but the moment the ball is played in one line, they drop off to get numbers behind it. Always trying to have at least 8 players to 10 players behind. Now they have 10 players 30 yards away from their goal. So now very compact. Argentina have to work this ball and play quick combination of plays to break them down, if not play around them. Playing over is going to be a problem because that long ball will go right into the goalkeeper's hands and it becomes an overplaying if you do that. So now Argentina is working the ball from side to side, trying to pull the Socceroos out. Probing, constantly probing for space. Argentina is back into their half, played great entry pass into the midfield. There's something I mentioned in the previous podcast, is that something you call tactical fatigue. If Argentina keep moving this ball the way they're moving the ball, and the Socceroos shifting side to side, especially if the ball is moved, quickly. At some point in the second half, or even late in the first half, you might start seeing cracks in the Aussies back four and in their midfield four, where you have more space. But it's for the Argentinas to pick those space and pick those spots to deliver a quality ball. Ball played over into the box. Nice header outside for the Aussie center back, which is Harry. But ball recovered in midfield again by Argentina. Still Argentina passing and probing. Once again, the Aussies are stepping up now. They're pressing, even the goalkeeper, they're pressing. So goalkeeper play outside to the right. Good tackle by the Aussie, recovery, played it into midfield. Play it back outside to the left. Ball goes back to the fullback. Fullback sneak a nice through ball on the outside. Reverse pass. Aussie is now in the box and was forced out. It's a goal kick for Argentina. Brain Drain, good to have you, brother. You're back in the house. So Brain Drain asks a question: do you agree with the Aussie tactics, or they do not have any other choice? Listen, you're playing against a team that's more technical, all right, but where you can match them is in the tactics, right? And the tactics mean that you're gonna deny them space in midfield and deny space in behind you. I agree with the tactics right now. There will come a time when they have that chance to be expansive, but they have to pick the spots every time. Now, Lionel Messi on the ball, easy to play a give and go into the feet of, I think that was Alvarez. Alvarez give it back to him. The Aussies recover the ball. Ball's at the goalkeeper's feet. Goalkeeper play a ball to the left center back. Left center back play a long ball up to number 14, which is McGee. McGee flicked it into midfield. Argentina recover the ball again. Ball play back to the center back, which is Christian Romeo. Christian Romeo play across to Otamendi. And again, we start over from a reset. And again, the question you ask, brain drain, you look at it, tactics is to help you win a game. And so far, it's 21 minutes in the game, and Argentina has not created a shot at goal yet. That means the tactics that's been deployed by the Hazi is working. It's how long they can keep it up and how quickly Argentina will start getting frustrated and start making, decisions that's going to hurt them from a tactical standpoint. Because the Aussies have a plan, and they're going to stick to the plan until something happens for them to change it. Well, IR 963, when management comes back in, he will give you all things when it comes to high school football in Jamaica. He is what we call the guru of high school football in Jamaica. I don't know if you heard this morning, but he said he cried when he watched a game yesterday. Right? So when he comes back in later, let's ask him about why was he crying last night. He wasn't crying for Brazil though. So now the boys played outside wide right for the Aussies. No pressure on the ball. Play back into midfield. I think Argentina now is going to try and drop off a little bit and invite the Aussies upfield to see if they can turn them over and have more space to play. So at this moment, Argentina is not putting a lot of pressure on the Aussies. They just drop it off a little bit. So the Aussie left center back has the ball. He plays it into the defensive midfield. Kino plays it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper get the ball into Aaron. Aaron plays the ball forward. Then the boys played out again to the right side, back to Kino. Kino looked to restart and reset back to the center back. Left center back, right center back to Kino. Argentina, like I said, he's dropping off a little bit. I do think this Argentinian team dropping off into their shape in their half could be an issue. Because going back to 1998, Argentina have always been the country who likes to play on the front foot with the press, and they always have some issues when they drop off and not blocking the spaces. Now it's a corner for the Socceroos from the left side of the Argentinian goal. Ball's going to be whipped in right-footed out swinger. Clearance by Argentinian. Back to the Socceroos. Socceroos again open his body, serve a ball back in the box again, overplay. The ball goes out on the right side for a goal kick for Argentina. But there, like I said, going back to brain drain, you can see the Aussies have a plan, and they're going to stick to their plan. All right? They're not going to beat themselves. They're going to force Argentina to beat them. So now the ball is back to the Aussies. Aussies playing, moving the ball from center back to center back. Now ball back to the goalkeeper. Argentina is not going for a high press. Shifting across the field to the left. Ball plays back into the right center back to the left center back. left midfielder is checking out into the space, checking away rather, and the left 6 in the 4-4-2 drops outside to receive the ball. Now they work the ball back across the field. And I think Argentina have changed their tactics a little bit, dropping off after 25 minutes. They haven't gotten anything on goal, so they're dropping off a little bit. See if they can create a turnover somewhere in midfield, give them more space, more time to spring a quality attack. What I'm not seeing right now is if, are they targeting one particular player when the ball is shifted to that player to put swift pressure on that player. I'm not seeing that. They're just basically playing a general drop off, shift behind the ball, and hoping for that poor pass. Right? Maybe the pass is too slow, or the pass misses the target player by a couple of feet, couple of yards, where they can, get on that, put some pressure, add some pressure, and create a steal, a turnover. Long ball played by Ozzy from the right center back to the left midfielder. Left midfielder flicked it on to the striker. Striker played back to left midfielder with an underlap. Argentina got their boot on that. Ping it long. Ball goes all the way back to the Aussie goalkeeper. Hey, IR 963. Thanks for the compliment, man. It means a lot. And now Aussie on a broken play. They really stepped up just now, trying to win the ball back. I think that ball went outside. Yesterday was something about the ball that went out against Germany. I didn't see it. I don't know why I'm on mute, because everything on my side say I'm talking. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Post in the chat if you can hear me. Why am I on mute? There you go. Thank you. King, you gotta check your device. So a quality fall there by the Hazis. Turn the ball over high in the half, and you just could have fouled. That's smart play right there. Smart play. No, the Aussies are stepping up higher, but Argentina is taking too much touch in midfield. You're not going to break them down moving the ball that slow. The Aussies want that. They want that to be your way of playing, where it slows things down so they can get on the ball, get themselves set up. Good job by the Aussie recovering the ball just now. Argentina tried to press. I don't know if that would be, recognized as a press, like a half press. Aussies won the ball back again, play a long ball forward. Now Lionel Messi's on the ball, 30 yards from goal. Good defending by the Aussies. This last 35, 40 seconds, both teams have turned over the ball 3 or 4 times, trying to get the ball forward, but good defending. Closest players to the ball applying pressure. Now the ball's on the left side of the Argentinian attack. Ball works its way back to the center back. Aziz in that discipline 4-4-2. Now they put pressure on the ball. Turnover by Lionel Messi. Ball still bouncing around as he hasn't gotten a chance to get on the ball yet. Good smart play. Good smart play by 14 Riley McGee to earn a free kick. This free kick is, I would say, 10 yards in the half. 15 yards in the half to the right side of the Aussie attack. Aussie's kicking from right to left. Argentina going from left to right. Argentina keeping a very high line. Ball's played into the box, overplayed. Ball is going to drift out to the right side of the Argentinian team, going out for a throw. So everybody in the comment section, hey, talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking, what you're seeing. So Argentina won the ball back, break out to the left side. But once again, the Aussies just do their jobs and have 9 players. Now they have 10 players behind the ball. Argentina swinging the ball from right to left. Ball's down again. Left fullback is very comfortable on the ball. Hey, they're very fired up. Lionel Messi came across, shepherd the ball out. Number 16, Bake getting all, riled up just now. And there should be. That means there's a level of intensity. And now he just ran through one of the Argentinian players, Gomez. And there's a free kick on the right side of the Argentina attack, left side of the Aussie defense. There's an opportunity for Argentina to put a ball in the box, but Argentinians, when it comes to size, is really, really shorter than the Aussies. So let's see what kind of trickery or what kind of set piece can be delivered from Lionel Messi to try and get this deadlock after 35 minutes. Alex, how you doing, buddy? Watching some soccer over in the day? Good job by the goalkeeper, getting his fist on that ball. Ball back to Lionel Messi, 1v1. Oh, Lionel Messi scoring a brilliant goal. The wizard is the wizard. The wizard is the wizard. The wizard is the wizard. And the wizard has struck. The wizard has struck. Beautiful, beautiful. You can see I'm not in my regular spot where you can turn the lights on, let the lights go crazy. But it's a good goal by Argentina. Wasn't a particularly great free kick. Keeper came out, did his job. They recovered the ball quickly, found the myth, the legend. Anonymous OG, Argentina. AM, is that Henry or Henry? Brain drain, good goal, right? Brain drain. The big man is the big man, man. Good goal, people. Good goal. So, listen, we have 10 minutes before halftime. Give me some scenarios. What would you want to see right now from Argentina? And what would you want to see from the Aussies? Because remember, it's, the 5 minutes after scoring a goal is a very dangerous time, right? Those 5 minutes. So tell me what you would want to see if Aussie was your team right now, and what you'd want to see Argentina doing if Argentina is your team. Now, there's a hard tackle there in midfield. Aussie number 26, which is Kino, stepping really, really hard into the Argentinian player. It looked worse than what it really was from this point of view. It's funny how the replay can make some tackle that you thought was vicious just work out to be not that vicious. But now I can see that the Aussies now is chasing and pressing everything. So obviously, after conceding that goal, they're now going to press to see if they can put Argentina at a much high pressure as possible. But that would ultimately leave space and time in midfield, and also space behind where Argentina can get into. And you do not want to invite Lionel Messi into a party where there's space. Bad enough he creates space all on his own. You don't want to give him extra space. The referee is a little bit harsh on that, unless he spoke to him early. But his hand did catch Acuna in the face, but I don't think that warrant a yellow card. Maybe a stern talking to, but not a yellow card. But I'm not a referee. Never ever wanted to be a referee. Not my thing. I know you can see the Aussies are pushing 10 players in Argentina's box just to try and squeeze the field now, use it at athleticism. You can see they're big, strong, and fast. And with that level of athleticism, they're going to be using that right now. 6 minutes before halftime. They might have more on the clock, maybe 2 minutes, if that much. I'd be very surprised if they have 4 or 5. The game have gone a little bit choppy. The Aussies are making it very, very competitive in midfield, using the athleticism, like I said, to close down players. So Argentina, the time that they had on the ball early out is no longer there. I think Brain Drain asked that question earlier, right? Brain Drain. Christian Roman, why you said match fixing? You can't just post that without putting context to it. You gotta put some context to that. And remember, when you put context to a comment like that, I'm gonna ask you for evidence also. You think, hey, Chris, you think a joke thing? I tell you, Ask about context. Give me some context, and then VAR match fixing. How did VAR play any part in that goal just now? Unless you're watching a different game than I'm watching. I honestly think if Argentina can get another goal before halftime, this game could be over. But the longer you keep this team in, ultimately give them confidence that something can come from this game. And so far, defensively, they're doing a good job, right? Clogging up the spaces, not giving Argentina anything to play. But now Lionel Messi is on the ball, beat one. Good defending. Lionel Messi is trying his best now to get on the ball. Woo! And now he's down. Defender rightfully, had a chance to take something out of him and did. Can't blame defenders for that. It's part of the game. Well, brain drain, if it's up to man is man will tell you that Arsenal is about to buy 15 new players, right? The young man up top also that posted, Alex Nicolau, he's an Arsenal man himself, and man is man. I've been telling you from the start of this tournament that the kind of players that he wants Arsenal to buy this spring, despite being first in the league at the moment. Good job by the Aussies, really stepping up and putting pressure on the Argentina. And Argentina played the ball long, back to the center back of the Aussie. Aussie played the ball out wide. Now the ball is back to the left center back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper plays to the right center back. Long ball played in midfield. Flick on by the Aussie midfielder. Quick combination in midfield. Played outside to the left fullback. Argentina got some player behind the ball, but a quick whip to the right side. Recovered by Argentina, playing back to the left fullback to the center midfielder play back to the left Argentina center back. Not much in the way of action right now as he's taking a break. And as we get closer to the halftime, 2 minutes to go. We're in the 44th minute. Stan Kroenke, the big man, the legend, the myth, is just about to come on. I said the myth, and he's like, he's blushing right now. But I'm going to put him on in a second. And here come Mr. Kroenke.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well.
Man, hold on. Is your house so big you look like you're in a tunnel right now?
I'm focused on the game. I'm watching cricketers play football. It's a good thing.
Why did I know you're gonna come up with something like that?
Big, strong, physical.
Footballers playing against soccer players, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I think what you notice in football nowadays is that even if you're not technically as good as another team, that effort counts a lot. So pressing is changing the game. So even the better teams get ruffled by pressing and physicality, which is more so now than we had before.
And the tactical organization also.
Yeah, organization is also key. But normally when you say organization in football, it was normally low block, right?
Yes.
If you're not good like the other team, you do like a Sam Allardyce does. You play it deep, you pack it in, you try to prevent the cross from coming in and ball going to the middle.
Yeah,
Nowadays, people are going push the game way up the field and press you and make you uncomfortable. So
yes.
Yeah.
But when you say some Allardyce, and you kind of like just imagine if English supporters have so much issue with Southgate. Just imagine if some Allardyce had
if he hadn't done what he did,
exactly,
he would be the manager. Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah, some always complain that people misjudge him and his tactics because he plays to the strength of his team and the capability of his team, and he's not a low block, or as we call it in terms of football nowadays, defensive.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Stan. If you see a blue car driving up the street, right, and when the car passes you, the rear hood is painted green. Is it a green car or a blue car? Because I remember when Sam said that. And I was like, who is he lying to?
Yeah.
Who is he lying to?
Yeah, I think when he was at Bolton, he did allow Choa to play at Bolton, but and when he had Cahill and when he had a good Bolton team, they did play some football, but he's normally a defensive coach. You think defense first.
Give me 1 second there, brother. And it's a halftime. Like I said earlier, I didn't see the referee adding more than only a minute or two, and it was 2 minutes, right? So the ball stayed on the field, and it takes special teams for the ball to stay on the field. All right, a lot of teams can't do it. It might seem like an easy thing to do, but it's very difficult. Australia playing like right.
Yeah, it's interesting that Australia actually made the second round. It shows you this World Cup has been a different World Cup than we have in the past.
Different World Cup. World Cup. You and I know losing your first game in the World Cup is basically a death sentence, right?
Yep.
Very few teams have done it, and for losing your first game and qualifying, a lot of times it means that you have world-class players to pull you out of that hole, right? And for them to make it in, it says something about them as a team also, right?
Yeah. And it's how they got beat also. They got run off the pitch in the first game.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. So they have been testing on 42, like most Australians do, frankly, come to sports. They never give up country, so it's reflective in their play.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you gonna jump in on attack on the stats, or you want me to broach the stats, and then you can?
No, you can broach it. I'll just comment on what you provide.
No problem. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, once again, just want to let you know that the legend, the myth, Mr. Stan Kroenke is with us, and we're both going to be spending some time doing this beautiful game that we're watching, because the Messiah just scored. Yes, I said it. The Messiah just scored. The Messiah of soccer. Stats. Argentina have 61% in possession. Obviously, Aussie has 39. Argentina have pass accuracy of 90% with over 344 passes accurately. Now, the Aussies not doing poorly, because they have 87% accuracy when they're passing, and they have 207. So both teams are at international level. Fouls, Aussie has 8, Argentina 3. Offside, Argentina has 1. Aussie has 2 corners. Argentina has 0 corners, because obviously they're not turning around the Aussie back four enough and threatening from the outside. And I think that one of the reasons why, also, if you look at the starting lineup for Argentina, Di Maria is not on the field because he wasn't a threat going down the wing. He kept cutting inside. Shots on goal, Argentina have 1 off the mark and 1 on target. Obviously, the 1 on target is the one that scored. Ozzy has 0 shots all the way around. Let's look at the passing, total passing, 381 for Argentina, 238 for the Aussies. And I mentioned the passing accuracy earlier. So now in the opposing half, the Aussies has 43 passes. That's very low at this level. Most of their passing are in their own half, while Argentina has 3 times as much, which is 134 passes in the opponent half. So right there, you can see that most, if not all, the stats is carried by Argentina, and from the percentage of passing accuracy, they're in the driver's seat. But like I said earlier before Stan came on, is that the big issue with Argentina and with Brazil is that they don't press the ball aggressive enough to cause the turnovers. That with their skill set, they win the ball high up the field, they should be able to turn teams over and be good enough to create chances. For the Aussies to have a 87 percentage in passing accuracy, you're telling me that the Argentina is not doing a good job to turn them over, right?
Yeah, it's those stats are interesting. If you only have 20% of your passes in the opponent's half, then that's not a good deal. Unless you're playing counter-attacking football, where they're deep and you get the ball up the field and you create mismatches going forward. So that's not a good stats. And as you said, Argentina has about 40% of their passes in Australia's half, and they have half of that number. And they have you said 200 plus in terms of passes. So it's not good in terms of Australia actually.
Yeah, accuracy, from an accuracy standpoint, total passing. Let me tell you total passing again. Total passing for Australia is 238, but in their own half, they have made 164 passes in their own half, and they only have made 43 passes in the Argentina half. That's basically a 45-minute half. That's 1 pass per minute.
So what I tell you is that the center halves are playing the ball amongst themselves quite a bit.
Yes.
And along with their fullbacks, right? The ball is not going forward up the field. And the midfielders are not probably involved, at least the forwards are not involved as you like them, because you only have 40 in the opponent's half. And how much are the wingers and the center forward touching? They're not touching it much.
They're not touching it much. And playing a 4-4-2, the midfield becomes a little bit flat, right? So they don't want to take a risk playing through midfield. So naturally, they're going to load up in the wide areas. Right?
So what's your thoughts on Argentina? Because I look at the draw. Down the road, it looks like next they'll play the Dutch, and then they'll play Brazil if they go through. If Brazil also goes through. Nothing is a given in this World Cup. But they're not, I know they won the Copa America, but they have not been impressed with Argentina so far.
Yeah, well, soon, very early in my coaching analysis of world football, I realized that South American teams are not the most tactical teams, right? They've been gifted and blessed with so many great technical players that the tactics have left you wanting for a long time, right? You look at, you remember, you're old enough, you're watching enough football. You remember the big name from Brazil, Luxembourg, that had this, he won everything in South America and had this big contract that went to Real Madrid. Remember that coach?
Yeah.
He's always well dressed and looks super nice and all that great stuff. And he went there, and I think he lost for like 8 months. He was out of there. And if you look at the Brazilian coach that won the World Cup in 2002, Scolari went to what? They went to Chelsea also and didn't last a year.
Well, you can never judge Chelsea managers. I wouldn't use him as an example.
No, I'm not.
You can't judge Chelsea managers. Abramovich says, you know what? If you're not winning continued 90+% and winning everything, you're fired. So
true. But I'm just using him as an example.
But I understand what you're saying.
so they're not. I'm very surprised with Argentina though, because this Argentinian coach Lionel, he played a lot in Italy, and from what I've read, his first couple of badges was in Europe. So I'm very disappointed that they don't have the structure that an Italian team would have. Right? Let's imagine an Italian coach, say a Lippi, has this Argentinian team all organized, right? Defensively and all fluid offensively they would be.
But here's the thing: do they really have the talent? That's the question. So it's one thing to have a very good coach, and they can mold the players to play in a system that they want to play. But do I truly have the differentiating talent like the previous Argentina teams did? If you think all the way back from the 78 World Cup team to now, I mean, they've produced a ton of very good offensive footballers.
Yes.
But this, apart from Messi, if I look at this team, and Lautaro Martinez has a reputation, but it's in Italy. It's not in, Spain or in England. I'm not sure the team they have now. I mean, the kid from Man City is a good player, but he's on the bench. And they also have, what's his name on the bench, who's at Roma now. He hasn't got any game in the tournament. They have some good players, but is he playing the right players in the right position, in the right system? Or does he believe that he's going to play the team around Messi and everybody got to fit around Messi? So some of the more offensive-minded players will not be in the field because he needs a work rate that Messi doesn't give him.
Yeah, but I think the issue that they have is having Messi is easy to say, hey, I'm going to build a team around Messi, right? Because then win or lose, draw, the blame is going to be on who? Messi, right? And I think that's not the way you build a winning team. If you go back to '86, when that team won, they were built from defense up, right? Going into the World Cup finals, Argentina had conceded, I think, 2 goals the entire in that tournament. Right, I think this Argentina team is susceptible to teams who can play, especially teams that can play through the middle. Right? You get a team that can play through the middle. This Argentina is going to struggle because look at the 2 guys playing center back. You wouldn't want those 2 guys in your club team.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing actually. So they play Otamendi, right, all the time over Romero, even over Martinez. So So in some countries, some players are rated more than the ones we know and rate, like Dybala, for example, are not necessarily rated as much in their own country.
Yes.
Dybala has gotten on the field. Martinez was benched early in the tournament. He's now playing, right? I mean, so who we rate and who play for the larger clubs, bigger clubs, may not have the same profile in their country as they do outside the country. Yes. So I give an example. Fred plays for Brazil more than Guimaraes does, right?
Yes.
Which one would say, have you seen Guimaraes play for Newcastle? Are you crazy? Fred struggled to get the Man U team. Guimaraes would walk into that team. But yet the coaches and the people in the country have a different view of the player than we may have. And sometimes you question those coaches, but it fits their style, their system, and how they want to play.
True.
So it's interesting. I mean, I'll be interested to see how they play against the Dutch. Because the Dutch today wasn't impressive to me. They won. But I think part of it was the U.S. just not being smart enough and not having that potent center forward. I don't know what Burwater was doing, but why would you're playing Ferreira, who hasn't played and looked lost when he got on the field? You played right early in the tournament. I don't know why you wouldn't play somebody who's skillful enough and confident on the ball and can keep the ball like a Reina, even though he's not a true number 9. You brought him on second half. He looked decent. But the potency wasn't there, either on the wings or through the middle, frankly.
Yeah, but I can say this. I think the U.S. Scouting department got it wrong from the standpoint that they thought this Dutch team was going to come out and play. And the Dutch team didn't come out and play. They dropped off and said, hey, all right, we're going to not force you into mistakes, but we knew your 2 center backs are not good enough to pass the ball through us. So we're just going to be very patient and have you pass the ball to us and let's go. Because that's what they did.
Yeah.
So I think the U.S. wanted to make this into a match where they go after the Dutch goes after them, and it was supposed to be, in quotes, a footballing game, right? And the Dutch said, no. You are the ones that's inexperienced. We're going to use our experience and be more efficient than you. And I think the U.S. fell for that and had a ton of the ball, but then worked themselves into a place where mentally they started making mistakes. And if you look at all three goals came from the fullbacks making errors, and also the what's his name, the captain, Adams, not tracking on that play.
So your analysis is spot on, but I do think if Pulisic had taken that chance in the first part of the game, that would have changed the game, right?
And that's one of the reasons why he's not playing that much at Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's not as clinical. He gets chances because even when he goes on the field, in the Premier League games, you can see he gets past defenders really easily, but there's no end product. You take too much tries to get it done.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
And they might kill Mason Mount and these guys, but they don't get as much chances in front of goal, but they're more efficient. Their score rating is higher.
Yeah, the problem with Pulisic is that he's a very good player, but there's no exceptional element of his game that differentiates him. What do I mean by that? So if he's a very good dribbler, but he's not going to explode by you. He doesn't have a very good shot, right? Yes. He doesn't have blazing speed to go by. So he's a very interesting player, but he has all the attributes, but nothing that can win you a game given his differentiating quality. If you think about different players, right? I think that's part of his challenge. That's why he struggles at Chelsea. Obviously, Dortmund sold him. That's why he's probably struggling at Chelsea, because all the other players around him probably have his same qualities, but do something a little bit different.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's when you're at that level, a player, what a player's going to do to get things done, right? And his strengths and weaknesses. And if he's not working night and day to improve those weaknesses, and you can see it, not just work on it, but you can see it, right? You're still going to be in that spot. If you're the third option, you're going to remain the third option. The only way you become the second option is the work that you put in somehow shows in the game when you get a chance, right?
Yep.
But if you see in the games, he goes past guys constantly in games the same way. Well, the game is about to start against Stan. I don't know if it started on your side, but
it started on my side.
He just about to start. Argentina kicked the ball off. Plays it back to center back, played into midfield, back to the right center back, which is Romeo, back to Martinez. Martinez slowly played the ball on the outside, put in Otamendi under pressure. That was poor decision making by the goalkeeper. That ball has to be swung quicker. Now, from the first minute of the second half, you can see the intentions of the Hazis. They're stepping up now. Ball's played back to the Aussie captain, their goalkeeper. He tried to play it out to the left side and overhit it. Ball goes out for a throw. Argentina right side. Ball's played, thrown back in. Quick combination play on the outside, reverse pass inside. Messi's on the ball. Fullback is moving, playing up to the striker. Striker plays it outside to the left side. But as usual, the Aussies get 10 players back behind the ball, 4-4-2.
I think some of the lesser team need to learn a valuable lesson, which is this: press and attack with caution. So what I mean is that I can't just press holistically, not realizing if they beat the press, what happens to me.
Yeah.
Or if I am attacking you and I commit my two wing backs forward, so they're deep in your own half, and I lose the ball like the US, I have two slow center backs behind, my CDM is up the field, I lose the ball, I'm at your mercy.
Yes.
So you have to balance it out. Either you do it slanted, but you can't just go all gung-ho without the view that, you know what, if I lose the ball, what transpires?
That's a good question, because the US youth right? You meaning the little bit of inexperience was going to show up at some point in this World Cup, and I think it showed up today, where you could see even the first goal where Adams had Memphis Depay close enough to him where he could have, pressure him. But even when Memphis Depay played the ball outside, he could have ran back hard enough to put some back pressure on that ball when it came back inside, and he didn't do it.
Right? Well, the first thing when I saw that, I said, why is Adams not running with him? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then subsequent, they highlight the play and they put it on Adams, and it was so obvious.
Yes.
So obvious. Yeah, that was sad actually. He's the captain, he's the heart of the team. You can't do that. You gotta set the example.
But it's momentary madness.
Yep.
It's momentary madness. That's it. Momentary madness.
And you get punished by elite players, and that's another thing too. You can get away with these things when you're playing against certain competition, but elite players will punish you.
Yeah, man. Right now, Argentina have the ball on the left side, play it back to Otamendi. Otamendi swing it to Romeo. Romero plays it back to Otamendi. Otamendi is being pressed right now. Ball into midfield, knock it back to the center back again. Argentina have a plan, and they're going to keep moving this ball and pull the Socceroos out, judging that they don't give the ball away carelessly, like they have done in a couple of games before this, and cause themselves issues.
Argentina is making a change. I know I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Yes.
Sandra Martinez is coming on. I'm trying to see who's going on.
Gomez is coming off.
Gomez. Yeah, it's interesting.
But let's.
I want to see if the Aussies can keep this up for 90 minutes, because you press, and after a while, the legs refuse to go.
The legs can't go. That's why you got to do it in stages.
Yeah, they're running hard. It's gonna be tough.
But one thing we also got to remember is that running without the ball is easier than running with the ball.
That is true. People don't realize that. That's a big. But you can actually rest on offense if you play as slow as Argentina does sometimes.
Exactly.
But I would agree with you. Running with the ball is much harder than running without the ball.
Oh, great ball play in the box. Chance here for Lionel Messi. Lost his footing. Ball hopped to the goalkeeper. Good play just now by Argentina, moving the ball very quickly through midfield. And Messi slipped a little bit, and the ball took a ricochet and went right to the goalkeeper. So we're back, Stan, and now what I'm seeing right now is that there's no threat for the Socceroos in behind.
Right, yeah.
There's no threat.
Yeah, it's going to be a comfortable game for Argentina, I think, actually.
I think more comfortably if they get another one, or because they're so big and athletic, you never know what would happen.
Well, they're big and athletic, but they're not fast. There's a difference between I'm big, athletic. Unless you're using both, your sizes affect how quick you are sometimes. But they're not going to get to you as quickly to really put you under pressure that you need to be put under. Given the skill of the Argentinian. But they're playing hard, and there's nothing like effort.
Yes.
Effort can help you. They're playing real hard. But at some point, I think it's going to catch up to them. It happened to the U.S. in their game, actually, where even though you're young and you're fit and you feel you can't get tired, the legs go eventually.
The legs go. Legs go eventually. Doesn't matter who you are and how fit you are. The legs going to go at some point.
Yeah.
and a tournament that you're playing every 4 days is gonna go.
Yeah. I think the English players were complaining about like Rice or tired they were after the last game. So yeah.
And we know they're not playing any soccer. Whatever that's doing, whatever that they're playing is not soccer.
Yeah.
So a team like the US who is, ball dominant now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a horrible ball by Otamendi, man. My word. And you and I just spoke about him. He is built for a mistake.
Yep, he's like my Gabriel. He's my Gabriel Magalhaes. Yeah,
Wow.
he makes mistakes all the time.
For a mistake, man.
I'm surprised Di Maria is on the bench. Actually,
I think Di Maria should be in the stands.
Yeah.
I think his last major contribution should have been, when they won the Copa.
Yeah, Argentina just doesn't look like, I don't know. It looks like a dangerous team.
Well, listen, you and I have been watching this game for a long time. I remember 2006, the Italian team didn't look dangerous, ended up winning the whole thing.
Well, you can never compare Italy with anyone. It's like 82. Think about all the Italian teams you know. And yeah, I mean, Italian teams are always different.
Hold on, Stan. Let's do this for all the people who didn't born before Gilbert. You understand that the people who were born after Gilbert now, you're gonna stay with us to get the full. So that no. I remember Italy 06 did not look good. The only person who looked good on the field was Pirlo. All right.
Yeah.
And then everybody, all of a sudden, they got into the playoffs and everything clicked. Everything clicked. They got a bit of luck also, but everything clicked.
I think a lot of times they make their own luck. If you think about the Brazil tour of '82, it's probably one of the best Brazil team ever.
Yep.
They didn't win it because Italy beat them with Paolo Rossi. If you think about Italy '94, when they missed the penalty against their best player, missed the penalty. So Italy is always it's a tournament team, right? They got strategy. They employ that strategy. It works for them a lot of time. They normally don't beat themselves. Last year they won. England beat them penalty. Somehow the gods always look favorable on them.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're not commenting so much about the game is because the game have gotten into a pattern right now where we call basically umbrella football. From right side, center backs, rotate center back, play it back to the goalkeeper and come around again. Argentina is not. Oh, wow. Ball play in behind. Goalkeeper comes out, plays it outside for a throw-in. But Lionel Messi's on the ball right now. Played a one touch. I think, like I was saying, it's an umbrella soccer right now. We move from side to side, side to side, side to side. And we know from the first half that the Aussies do have the discipline and the tactical know-how to sit in that bank of four with that two on top and just make it really predictable, clogging up the middle of the field. I think a game like this, honestly, you need a Dybala.
Yeah. You do actually. You need someone with skill to unlock the defense.
Yeah, man. You need someone with skill who can break the first defender and create that extra time that you need to get the next pass. Because they have some good functional players here on the field. Argentina, I'm talking about. But, you do need that player, that extra player. Yeah, Lionel can do it, but, you put it on his shoulder.
You cannot believe this. Goalkeepers, be very careful when the ball comes to your feet. I saw that Ryan just made the blunder of the tournament.
Oh, boy.
When the ball comes to you, kick it out. Kick it out. Don't be cute.
Beautiful. Argentina is up. Just simple. Simple. Remember, we spoke about it at halftime that the pressing game, all right, Argentina wasn't as aggressive pressing, and they came out with a little bit more aggressive just now. Keeper made a blunder. That ball should be in the stands right now.
Yes, the ball has to be in the stands. You know, what's his name almost did that. The U.S. keeper almost did that also.
Yes.
If you're not good to the ball, your feet, get rid of it.
Yes.
In fact, that was a difficult ball to get the keeper, though. That was a difficult ball to get the keeper.
Yeah, but it's the same.
But he's got to boot it out.
Yeah, it's the same crappy pass that went back to the Argentina keeper just now, and he just booted out.
Let's boot it out.
Put your foot through it.
You're not a footballer. You should know what you're capable of.
Yes.
If you're a footballing player, if you're like a Man City keeper, that's a different story. You can take those risks. You're Ryan, you can't take those risks.
Yes.
That's really bad after that. He killed the game.
So the game is killed now, and Argentina's going to do what Argentina did the last couple of times by just keeping the ball and just keep stretching the field, lose it, get behind it, win it back, keep the ball. But I think this game, like the last 10 minutes, is a perfect game for Dybala to get into, to get on the ball, because you're going to need him. If you're going to win this World Cup, Argentina needs him.
They don't really play him, though, do they? They don't really play him.
They don't play him. It's a wasted talent.
Yeah, they don't play him. I think they believe he can't play. Maybe Messi doesn't want him to play with him.
Listen,
if Messi wanted him, he would have had him in the team.
I don't think so.
Even though he's warming up, but if Messi wanted him, he would have him in the team.
Yeah, but I don't think so, Cranky. And some people are going to say, Messi apologies. I don't think Messi have the ego that other stars have to choose to tell the coach who he wants to play with. All right? And I think because why would he not have an extra player on the field to share the responsibility of playmaking?
Yeah, but if you think about it, then it's going to be very obvious because Dybala doesn't do work, just like Messi. Neither of them do the work. So if you have both of them on the field, you're going to be lacking defensively.
So you stress that if you don't do the work, you don't play. And why carry him to the World Cup then?
That's a good question.
So you're carrying him hoping that Messi get hurt? Or if Messi get hurt, then he comes in?
I think that's probably more like it.
Well, that's a cruel way of doing it.
He's warming up, though, so let's see if he goes on the field.
Like I said, Argentina right now is in that mode now. They have the 2-goal lead. They're going to keep this ball for fun. Ball went back to the goalkeeper. You can see the press, and then the player came from the blind side. Hey, good stuff. All credit should go to the first player who pressured the goalkeeper.
Yes, I agree.
All credit should go to the first player to pressure the goalkeeper, while giving praises to the player who recognized and came from the blind side. So now Argentina is in possession. Ball goes back to Otamendi. Otamendi plays those wide. Clip it over to the striker. Run ball back to the goalkeeper again. Why not pressurize him again there?
But I must admit, in football nowadays, every team is trying to play possession football. Most teams, I should say, not every team, because Dutch wasn't doing that today. But even the lesser teams are trying to play possession football. They're not bang it up front and hope their forwards can get on the end of it.
I've seen the document that was created for not Argentina, but the Australian Football Association, how to develop players, and possession is big on what they do. Big at a young age. Big at what they do. But they know, some countries know that they don't have the quality technical players. They have players that's good enough, but not world beaters. So they know the abilities that they have, and they will not take too much risk, right?
True. Yeah, I'm just watching the replay of Romero coming in that foul. What are your thoughts on Romero, actually?
The center back?
Yeah.
It's
been on the white side of the back.
It's embarrassing. center back at this level who have to tackle by leaving their feet tells you something about them. Okay, once you leave your feet, it's emergency defending.
Yeah.
Right? Growing up in Jamaica, you see these big center backs fly across the field and these tackling the whole crowd go, hey! But then you realize that if you're in that situation constantly, and that's what we call at the high level emergency defending. If you're going into emergency mode 15, 20 times in a game, there's something wrong with your positioning.
Yeah.
So and you saw the goal that the player, the Saudi player scored, right? Where he just turned him. He just turned him around.
Yeah. I think Messi is having more fun in this World Cup now, though.
I'm telling you, buddy. I'm telling you. Oh, boy. He's on it again. He's on it again, and you just go past that defender like he's not there. That's 3 beats. Play it back in midfield. Ball rotate to the left center back. 1 touch outside. Good job by the Aussies, though, getting back and clogging up again that midfield. While Argentina seem more comfortable and confident in possession now, working the ball into midfield for Dybala. Dybala, good job checking into the space. Right now, this passing sequence is about 13, 14 passes. And they get it back to the Messiah. Messiah plays it back. Now this is up to at least 20 passes sequence now. Like I said earlier, once they get that second goal, they're going to get to what? Possession. Possessing the ball for fun. This is going to be the mantra of the entire game. Or the rest of the game, I should say.
He's having fun.
He's been 5.
He's looking like the old Ronaldo, not the new Ronaldo. Ronaldo.
No, Ronaldo. Come on.
I was I call it the real Ronaldo.
Stan. That player is the greatest goal scorer we have seen, but not the best player. The best player we're looking at him right now. That's the best player.
You mean ever or for this generation? No,
for this generation.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You can't really put him into the Pele, because Pele was at a different time.
I was talking about the Brazilian Ronaldo, not the
No. The Brazilian Ronaldo is a different problem.
Different
problem. He's in my top 4 all time.
My favorite player all time is Ronaldinho. Between Ronaldinho and Maradona is my favorite player.
Yeah, because you love the flair.
No, but there's an end product after the flair too. End product after the flair.
My problem with Ronaldinho is this: Ronaldinho. I think he didn't maximize himself. He won everything by the time he got to 27, and he got comfortable. I think if he pushed himself and got out of the clubs early enough, he would have become somebody that we're pushing up with the greatest of all time.
I think he's Brazilian. That's all I see about that. If you think Kaká, if you think Rivaldo, they all finish at early 30s.
Great balling. Great balling from the left side. Argentina is just having fun right now. They're just having fun. Yeah, they're enjoying themselves. Lionel Messi rolls it off and hit it, and it went for a field goal. Yes, people, it went for a field goal. I think anybody behind the goal who got that one should just frame it. Don't throw it back. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All the Argentinian haters in the chat. Come on. Step up. I want to hear you. Tell me what you think about this team. Think about the game. Don't be nervous. Don't be hiding. Last week, we had 150 people in the chat. And as soon as Brazil scored, the chat went down to about 120. 30 guys disappeared. Look at the chat right now. Here you go. See, as the moment I say something, you see what Chris says? Messi on this side won't pass quarterfinals. All right. It will be remain to see. We always see it, Stan.
It's a strange World Cup, so anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. You have 5 teams, and the last one I had were outside of Europe who made, and anything is possible.
Yes. Chris is saying Pele is in hospice.
Yeah, he's in hospice.
Done so much, man. He's I tell you, I had a chance to be in close proximity of him twice. I was in Giant Stadium. I was sitting basically right behind the bench, and he walked onto the field, right? And no one knew was going to be there. It was right before the Barcelona played against the Red Bulls, right? And people started crying. It was one of the weirdest things. People started crying. Him just walking around waving to the crowd. The second time I was at Flushing Park in Queens, and when the Cosmos had started the Cosmos tournament, when they had all the national teams from all over the world,
right?
And he made a guest appearance, and again, the place went nuts. When I say nuts, went nuts. Even the little kids who I didn't think would know who he is went crazy. You're talking about at least 5,000 people in the park, right?
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, he had done so much, great things for the sport and for humanity in general. I hope this is not his last run, hope it's not his last run. But knowing Pele, think about this. For him to pass, and hope he doesn't, but if he'll pass during a World Cup, think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a 3-time winner, so. This time he did great. Probably the only, at some point, undisputed, viewed as the best, at least in his era he was. Messi and Ronaldo, there's debate about those two. But when he was playing, I don't think there was anybody else anyone was saying was better than him. So during his time.
True. So now the game is the pattern right now is Argentina keep it for long stretches, and then the Hazis gets it and try to get a ball forward as quickly as possible, while the Argentinians have stayed very organized. So 1, they could put pressure on the ball, and 2, if they win the first header, they can recover the ball in midfield. So Argentina is staying very organized right now, right? While the Socceroos, they got to get something different. If that just what they're going to do by launching the ball forward, it's not going to be the play that helped them to get back into this game, which is 1 goal could change the complexion of how things go.
Yeah, Argentina going to make a couple of changes. Not yet, but they're going to do so soon.
Yeah, I can see the 2 players coming up on the side here. 22, I can't scroll through.
So Alvarez is coming off. He scored.
Which I think is one of the better adjustment the coach made, because Martinez was a shocker. Not be able to read that high line by the Saudis, and not only not reading the high line, but when the second half came around, became gun shy, refused to make that run in behind again.
Yeah.
Well, he's on again, so let's see what happens. It'll be good for him to get a goal, or at least get a sniff at goal.
And it looks like Australia's making 3 changes.
Yeah, Acuna is coming off, and
the Cole, the 50. It looks like he's 15. I know he's about 18. He looks 15.
Yeah, he looks young, man. He looks young. And guess what? He looks like his true age also. Because a lot of times you see Africans, they say they're 18 and they're like 24. But
I was teasing people like Partey. They say Partey is 29. I'm like, yeah, when?
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's not 29.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, you have one player playing for Liverpool, and you can figure out who I'm talking. And all those soft tissue injuries, not because he's just he's bad lucky.
Yeah.
Because he has some age on him, man.
Yeah, that happens. You know how it works. They gotta make them young so they can get to Europe.
Yeah. Oh, great pass by Argentina. Argentina is in again. Great recovery by the right side defender. Coming across and nicking that ball out. '73rd minutes of the game going. Argentina is still in full control of what's happening right now. A couple of changes on the field. Both teams trying to refresh their teams. Argentina trying to get some players on to get playing time and also to nullify anything that the soccer rules are trying to get done. While the soccer rules made some changes to see if they can put a little bit more push to get a goal to bring them back into this game. But so far, I haven't seen anything from a tactical standpoint where they can really trouble this Argentinian team.
It's not the most watchable game. That's all I'll say about that.
Yes.
It's World Cup, but it's not,
It's not the most exciting game that we're sitting down here commentating on because it's the action is have a lot to be decided right now.
Yeah.
There's one thing you can always say about Argentinian players. They're going to give you a good effort, right?
Yeah, especially in the World Cup. They try.
They're gonna try. It's not a lack of effort why they haven't won. I think it's just a lack of preparedness and in some places qualities, because that final that they went to against the German, they should have won that game easily 2-0 or 2-1. Well, 2-0 because the Germans would have scored. Oh, nice pass in Argentina. Oh,
that may have been Messi's best chance to win a World Cup, that final.
Yeah, come on. You're in the World Cup and you have two. I was looking at the highlights a couple of days ago when German basically passed the ball out to the two strikers and they miss it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta check some text that just came in. I have a scrimmage later.
We're 75 minutes in? It's 2-0 Argentina. They're cruising to the quarterfinals.
Cruising.
Well, they're gonna meet a Dutch team that is I'm gonna say is challenged. We'll see how that game goes, but if they play the same way against if they play the same game, it's going to be interesting how that goes, actually. They play the same way against Argentina. If it is Argentina, who makes it? Oh, yeah. Goal by the Socceroos. By a big deflection, ball kicked out, left-footed shot from probably 35 yards out.
Wow.
Deflected in the corner. Really well, good, it's becoming really more interesting.
Yep. This is what happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's a big deflection.
Yeah, the ball played.
He put his hand up. Yeah, put his hand up. Yeah.
Clearance by the defender and put his laces through it. And that ball would have missed by a mile.
Yeah, he would have actually.
That ball would have missed by a mile, but again, just happens to hit him. And I think he hit his arm also.
Yeah, he had his arm. It was tucked in, but It is on. Either his hands or his arm.
Yes.
Makes it more interesting.
Make it more interesting. So now Argentina either have to keep what they have or they go get something else. Let's see what happens now.
It must be. It must be insufferable. It must be very difficult to be the coach of an Argentina or Brazil team. I mean, I'm not sure I would want that job. A difficult job to have.
It's a
The
difficult.
adulation is great, but the pressure is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Argentina, Brazil, Germany, Italy.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Germany's a bit more forgiving, right? Especially if you have one, like
Yeah.
when they won, if they have won a World Cup, well, they'll give you more time.
yes,
Brazil and Argentina is like Abramovich at Chelsea. It's what you've done for me lately.
we did for me yesterday.
Yeah,
Because if the sun doesn't shine today, you're in trouble.
yeah.
Messi's on it, 25 yards outplayed outside. Back to Messi. Messi take a touch. Is he on?
I think he was a little bit off,
I think he was a bit off. I think they're probably going to call that back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Let's
little off.
see the replay. Let's see the replay. Yes, he was off. If that was a goal, they probably, they call it offsides. They call it offsides.
So McAllister is off, and Molina is on, and Palacios is on, and Montiel is off. So some changes by
So that's the
or is it
third.
Palacios off and Montiel on.
No, that's the third
Montiel
and
on.
fourth change, right?
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Because Ryan gave away that goal. Obviously, the pattern of play, sequence of play may not be the same, but it could have been 1-0.
Yeah.
The game is not over,
Far from.
The game is not over. Australia coming forward, going out right. Australia going to the middle. Oh, that was close. Australia beat one, go in the box, beat another, went for goal. Oh, he just over dribbled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great run by the Argentinian fullback, going twice, beating three players, and the ball came back on his weaker right foot, and he could not adjust his body enough to put it away. So now Argentina have to do a good job on this because these big boys are looking for an equalizer.
It has to be Lissandro Martinez, isn't it?
Yeah.
He always shows up in those spots making a block. That's one thing. He's
Again,
Mr. F word, I call him.
Look at Otamendi and say he's a big defender doing the Michael Jackson.
No, someone called him. Someone in the stand called him.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, he was gonna visit someone. That decision they actually made to take that shot was a bad decision.
Yes.
The guy out right was wide by himself. In fact, they had an argument about it.
You got to reverse the pass there.
Yeah, he reversed the pass and he's in on goal.
Yeah.
And then he's getting upset that the player is perturbed that he didn't do that.
You tell him you should have called him.
I think he did, and he gave him the ball. That's why they had an argument, it seemed like. If you reverse that pass, they're in and goal.
I think with
Right.
9 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go in this game, I think Messi has something else to say about this game, and he will create something, if not score another one.
It's amazing what playing time can do for you. Martinez was with us for about 10 years at Arsenal. Got limited or no playing time. Leno got injured. He took us to the FA Cup final, and now he's the Argentina goalkeeper. I'm not sure they
Yeah,
even
but
thought about him. I'm not sure they even thought about him way back when.
I've
The
said
goal.
I've said this, that if it was between him and Leno, I would have him. Why? Because Leno makes so many errors, and it's errors that he has made before and I've made again,
Yeah.
right? And when Martinez went in, what Martinez did was just steady the ship. He just
Yeah.
steadied the ship.
Well, we thought when Martinez went down, we'll be in trouble, but it worked the other way around,
Yeah.
which he was good. Yeah.
I know he's milking this now, holding his head, going down, holding his head. That's not. Come on. You don't
Yeah, I think
realize
that's something
that.
about South American players, which after a while they get nauseous, right? It's like ridiculous. They say they're hurt, they roll over, and as soon as they get the kick or whatever in their favor, they jump up. And I know it's supposed to be guile and trickery, but it
Yeah.
gets annoying, frankly.
So now we're playing a little bit of head tennis right now in midfield.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's offside though. Why are you leaving your feet? Good win. Now Argentina is in possession again, driving up the left side, the right side off the Aussies. Ball play into Martinez's feet. Martinez turn his player. Good job by the Aussie centre back, but coming over is cutting out the play. Now they want it. Now they're gonna play long. The centre forward's feet. Four minutes to go. How much time you think they're gonna have for added time in this?
Can be a lot. I haven't seen a lot of injuries
A lot of injuries.
or
They
game
have
being
had
slowed
four.
down. It can't be that much.
Each team have had four subs. So four subs, I would say 30 seconds per sub would make it 4 minutes right there with the goals, which is another minute. I would say 6 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I don't think other leagues are going to do the same thing, though.
Yeah, I think
People are
so.
trying to have more. They don't have trying to have more time in football. They're trying to
No,
get
not
less
in the
time.
league. The leagues are not going to do that.
No,
The
they're not
leagues,
going to do that.
nah, because it costs more money.
Yeah.
You know. Get Argentina using possession to kill the game. Had a chance to cross us, now didn't cross. Good job by the Aussie defender closing down and not allowing the Argentina to turn upfield again, forcing him back.
This has not been Martinez's tournament at all.
No.
He's been poor.
Oh, great pass by Messi to free the pass. He's in on goal. Reverse the pass, son. If you reverse the pass, he scores. Why are we going for a shot there? And you saw the player underlapping. If you reverse that pass just now, he scores. And like you said just now, Martinez is, again, that's the kind of players why Argentina. That's why Argentina haven't won a World Cup, because that's just selfish play right there. BB Cross, welcome. I know you probably was in the shadows watching and listening, but welcome to the chat.
Wow. I think Martinez is playing himself way out on the bench. He's playing himself off the bench.
Yeah.
You gotta see the sequence. Mess with the ball on top of the key. Roll it to Martinez.
God. Oh,
he's playing himself on the bench.
Wow.
Remember that kid who took the penalty yesterday for stats to win the game? Always remember, don't go in your rocking chair when you're taking a kick like that. Don't go in your rocking chair. It's gonna go high.
Wow. Again, the sequence. This is the Higuain sequence in the 2014 World Cup that Messi ended up not having a chance to win that World Cup. Remember, those are the chances that those guys miss.
Yeah.
And the next one that had that little weird haircut, what's his name? Palombo?
Don't remember him.
No, this is a long throw for the Aussies. Long throw through it in the box. Oh, wow. Ball deflected up in the air. Martinez went and claimed it.
Yeah, I think he used his elbow in his rib cage. I think he's trying to protect himself and put his elbow out. And the keeper is unprotected.
Oh yeah,
it's nothing. It's not.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. He was trying to protect himself also.
Yeah.
Trying to protect himself also. Nothing crazy. Hey, BB Cross, I don't know if you're here when we started, but Man is looking for one of these games. He wants a all-female cast. All right, so I don't know. You gotta message him off the ear somewhat so you can get an all-female cast. I think he might even just step out and have the ladies run the channel for that particular day. So reach out to management, please, or he will reach out to you guys. I watch Martinez play, and I'm like, you've seen so many players like that who, have all the skill sets, but the mindset is just wrong.
Yeah, I think also when you're playing for your country, it's a little bit different because you're not playing relaxed. So when you're not relaxed,
yes,
when you're not relaxed, it does affect your game. It's like you're going for an interview where you're not comfortable, you're not relaxed. You can't be the best you. And everything that you do, will be scrutinized. So you're trying to be perfect sometimes, and it doesn't. You just gotta. If he played like he plays for Inter, I bet he'd play a decent World Cup, but he's not playing that relaxed. So
yeah, because he wants to be the star. There's only one star.
Yeah,
there's only one star. Just play your part. He's gonna do his part.
Yeah,
he's gonna do his part. You just do your part, a part of the team, and the rewards will come to you. Out of your team, you're the star.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes of extra time, a decent amount of time. So you're almost right.
I'm almost right. I'm almost right. Oh yeah, I didn't give in consideration to the couple of times guys were down and the referee had to jog over to them. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I was almost right. I said 6. It works out to be 7. So ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 minutes at a time. Right now, we're almost 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure Cranky is probably a little bit further ahead of me. So And yes, Argentina 2v2 playing right now. Good playing again to Martinez. Martinez shot, and the goalkeeper makes a save. The goalkeeper was basically down on the ground. He takes a quality striker to get that ball up and over him, and he shot it straight at him as if the goalkeeper is going to let that go through him. Listen, Stan, you're going to hear me say it right now. You know, Nunez that plays for Uruguay and Liverpool. I've said it. He lacks the quality to be a top player. Mark.
It's interesting. I mean, he has a Lukaku's first touch, but I do think he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and he's what, 23? So eventually it will come. I think it'll come. I mean, he has a lot of attributes. I mean, his physicality alone is going to get him gold.
Think about this. If you're 22 and your touch is poor, he ain't getting better.
Well, his touch ain't getting any better, but he's going to score. I'm telling you, he's going to score goals. Especially in a good team, he's going to score goals.
I have no doubt about his quality as a goal scorer. Now, Messi 1v1 on the far right side, 1v1 against number 4 defender. Ball plays outside. Messi, a nice trickery play. Play it down in the channel. Take a touch. Can we get this finish? Not a shot blocked by the Aussies. Oh, the genius at work. The genius at work. The genius at work. And the ball came back to him so fast. He misses and it goes out. You see this. You see this.
Ryan did well after the block, that second shot. Ryan did well.
Yes.
I mean, he made a serious blunder, but he did well there.
And it was a deflection.
Yeah.
Critical time of the game right now, where Argentinian players must do a job. And also the Aussies trying to find something. Long ball play in the box. Good header out by the center back. Good touch.
I think the Aussies World Cup is coming to an end slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. We have effective.
They have done their nation proud.
Absolutely.
I mean, I always ask people this question, which is, if you're not going to win the World Cup, do you prefer to go out earlier or later?
I prefer to go out later, man.
Which one hurt more, going out earlier than later? Because if you go out early, you know you ain't doing too much really well. If you go out late, you thought you had a chance, it's probably more painful.
But a lot of people are going to say, I'm going out earlier because they don't want to build up their hopes and get a heartache. I want to go as far as I can. I want to go as far as I can. Let me tell you something. This Australian team is playing the way that they know best to play, right? And they're comfortable playing this ball long into spaces where only them have an idea of what next.
Yeah. Australians are fighting to the end, though, which is what we expect.
You got to do that.
Let's see if they can do something about it. Oh.
Ball in the box.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. If he chipped it, Martinez did a good job of getting on him. Oh, that was close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Martinez spread himself really wide.
Wow, and didn't dive in.
Yeah, he spread himself really wide, actually. Really wide.
Wow.
That's a tough one. That kid would have been a hero.
Would have been a hero. and every Argentinian player goes over to lay down on the goalkeeper like, dude, do not move. Do not move.
Yeah.
Now we have gone the seventh
Yeah,
minute.
game is over.
Game is over now.
The Socceroo gave it a good try. They had a chance in the last minute. The keeper gave away a goal. There's so much to unpack. And if you're an Australian fan, you're proud of your team.
I
But you also,
honestly think that the Socceroos did as much as they could do. There's nothing more physical they could have done to get anything more out of this game.
No, they played hard. They played up to their potential. They were just outclassed, I think. But you can't fault them for. They've done phenomenally well. I wish Jamaica would. The one thing I know is I'm gonna digress a little bit and say this. A lot of the more industrialized countries who have resources over the last number of years have done a very good job of trying to build out their football program. I call it soccer, their football program.
Yeah,
they've invested in those programs, and just like cricket. You can see where, like India, think about India, for example, in cricket, which was poor when I was growing up. But I've generated so much income, they can invest in the sport. So it's been good.
It's always grassroots investment that come through to help every team. I think every one of these smaller countries that's doing well in the World Cup is because, they don't have a top 5 league in the world. But what they do, they have invested in their league to make the league quality the best they can, while exporting players to bigger leagues and continue to develop their own talent. And that's where it becomes a breeding ground for success. Right? And every few years you look at what you have done and what you have achieved and where can you tweak and what can you throw out or what you can put on the back burner, put on the back burner, because everything takes a cycle sometimes. You might come back and you need that, you put it back into the program. But it's finding the right and what works for your culture. We can't say we're Jamaicans and then we try to train our kids like Brazilians. It doesn't work. That's just a fad when you walk in Jamaica now and you have 15 different Ronaldos. I'm talking about not nicknames now. The kid name is Ronaldo. You're not Brazilian. You're Jamaican. It's only a name. What we need to do is, look at a culture, look at our culture, and look at what we need as a culture to develop quality players and lay out a step-by-step way of getting there, from coaching education to player development to grassroots football. Before you even jump on and continue with that, I have something here. BB Cross says, for the 2 commentators, what is your background in football? Did you play Premier League, National League, or whatever it's called in Jamaica? You go first, Cranky.
No, I didn't play. I left Jamaica as a teenager. I didn't play any of those competitions, but I play a lot of local football in the New York region and helped to run the Brooklyn Soccer League at one point.
Nice.
But no, I didn't play football. I came here as a teenager, so no, I didn't play football in Jamaica.
Yeah, Cranky. I've not spent a lot of time in Brooklyn. My thing is from Queens, Bronx, and Long Island. But let me, BB Cross. I did play football in Jamaica. I played the Costa Cup 3 years, the Costa Cup 4, Homewood Technical. Played, get selected for all the Costa under 18. Played, got called up also for the senior national team also, and I also played in the Premier League for 3 years with Kurt Vine, and then I migrated here, played college here, and all that good stuff.
So Kurt Vine was a team with the money, weren't they?
Man.
Were they the box-side type teams with all the money, the beautiful fields? When I was a little kid growing up, and I used to be involved in a team called Rectory.
We're gonna blow up my spot.
What was the team with the money in Jamaica at the time? All that bauxite money.
Beautiful grass fields also, man.
Beautiful. Yes, that's the one thing.
Beautiful complex, man. Beautiful.
Yeah,
complex.
beautiful grass fields. Yeah,
good time. Good time.
I have to run, but I'll say this though before I go, which is the World Cup has been good so far. A lot of upsets, which is good. we want changes in the football where you don't want the same teams every 4 years to be at the top. We're not there yet, but I think we're seeing progress made. I mean, coaches involved in something and spend some real money and develop their program, they'll compete in 4 to 8 years. I believe that actually. They'll compete. So we'll see what happens.
No. There's a lot of every country doing it differently and doing it to, like I said earlier, to suit their culture and bill. And I appreciate the World Cup, not because the big teams are dominant or the big teams are being challenged, but just to see the growth of the sport. I'm not an old man, but I'll tell you this: this is my 11th World Cup, and every World Cup there's something special. There's something to look at. There's always something you can take away from that World Cup to say, hey, wow, this is a new trend, but the new trend or the trend, not that new trend, but the trend for this World Cup is not just the tactics, not a tactics, because in Champions League and the big five leagues, that's where the tactical trends come in. But right now, the trend in this World Cup is that the small countries are holding their own. Right?
Yeah, you're right on that, and I think it will only continue because information is key for people. Information and resources, I think, are key, and both of those things will really help all countries, in fact. And FIFA is also invested in the sport, so they will provide some resources to some countries. But I think that for Jamaica, for example, Jamaica has to do a better job of sourcing resources, not just capital, but also intellectual capital to assist its football program. I think sometimes we think about resources, we just think about money as the elixir, but you got to source intellectual capital along with that funding.
Yep.
And people who have integrity and people who are really nationalists in a sense, they really want a program to go forward and not thinking about the individual, but more the collective. And if you do that, I think it will really help. So, for example, if you think about countries like Israel that really garner resources from all across the globe for people who are Jewish and really help that country and influence decisions in other countries to affect their country, I don't think we are that cohesive as a country in how we work and engage and operate to also engender that to occur. And we have to figure out a way how to do that. And my hope is that now the JFF is bringing a new general secretary who has a lot of corporate experience, even a new coach who has coached at the highest level. My hope is that's a start, and they can help to influence direction of travel about where we go and what we do and how we do it. And if we're all on board to help in some way, shape, or form, because I would love to be here 2026 watching Jamaica play versus cheering on other countries. So that's my last point before I go.
Hey, listen, want to say thank you for Stan to jumping in, and sharing his thoughts and, give us some commentary on the game. But Stan, listen, we're all looking for that day when Jamaica is back on this big stage and we all can sit here and enjoy us playing and fear or not, good criticism or other, we can sit here and discuss us playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. All right, sir. Take care. Right. Good job.
I will see you tomorrow. All right.
All right. Bless up.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Just answer some quick questions. Which sport, what arena the Aussies is your opponent? You're up against it. Argentina barely hung on. Come on. Argentina just not barely hung on. Argentina had multiple chances in the last couple of minutes to extend their lead and didn't do that. But I will say this. Yes, Aussie, no matter what they're playing, it could be netball, whatever. They're going to come and they're going to show and they're going to give a good account of themselves. Absolutely. And I must say that. Ladies and gentlemen, another great moment in the World Cup. We watched another good game. It wasn't the game with a lot of fireworks, but I think Argentina controlled things as best as they could, going up 2-0. And also that brilliant goal, you got to call it brilliant, from the Aussies. That shot was going to miss by at least 3-4 yards, but The deflection with such power went into the next side of the goal, and they pulled one back. But take nothing from the Aussie. They were very organized. They were very concentrated. They came out and represented themselves, their country, and their families very, very well. Now Argentina moves on to play against Holland. That's going to be a doozy, because I think if Holland comes out now and play the way they play against the US, I don't think Argentina is going to make the same errors that the US made. Being our young stars just got a little bit, I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but just lost themselves a little bit in the game, lost their concentration, which led to we conceding some goals. Let me answer some question up on the screen. Tourism is $1 billion industry in Jamaica. How does it support football? I don't have a clue. We can save that one, and I save that one so when man is on tomorrow, I'll ask. I must say, I took a team to Jamaica in 2014, and we that particular team that we went down with was that host us was Humber Lions, and Humber Lions, Mike Henry is in politics, so they had a deal with the tourism board, and the tourism board was the ones who transported us around Jamaica for 10 days, a nice big luxury bus, and they did that. But I can't tell you if they have sponsorship in the local leagues or how they do it. All right, so I'm not gonna venture into that because I don't have too much knowledge of that. Kerry, how you doing, buddy? Hope that ankle is healing up. I'll see you in a couple of hours. All right, let's see what you can do. Thanks again, BB Cross, for being a part of it. Miss Jackson, good job. Did Argentina beat Poland in the first round? Yes, Argentina beat Poland, I think, 2-0 in the first round. Yes, BB Cross. Jamaica, 2026. Yes. Hey, Mr. Porter, Argentina. I must say this to you. I hope you're feeling better. I remember a couple of days ago you were still under the weather with pneumonia. Hope to see you sometime. Hope to hear you sometime tomorrow, and all that is gone. All right. So be well, be healthy, and stay strong. Argentina had to defend desperately. Yeah, but that's just Argentina, though. That's just Argentina. Argentina have always played defense like that. I don't know if you were on earlier, but in fact, let me put this up. Argentina was, we discussed Argentina earlier when I spoke about the two center backs. Whenever you have your center backs on the ground constantly tackling, that means they are doing something wrong. All right, because the last thing you want to do is start tackle. That means it's desperation. So on Argentina, two center backs have always been like that. All right, Romero have always been that kind of guy who's always off his feet, and Otamendi have always been that guy. If you remember when Otamendi playing for Man City, you could hear Pep yelling at him from across the field, say, "Stay on your feet, stay on your feet, stay on your feet." That's who he is. All right. Come on. If you don't know, you don't know. She asked an honest question, and I gave her an honest answer. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have another 5 minutes. I'll stick around as long as I can with you guys, but throw me questions. Open it up to the questions right now. If you don't have any, we go for another minute or so, and then I sign off, and I bid you guys goodbye, good health, good times, and I will see you tomorrow. But if you have, come on, let them come at me. No. That's not what she's asking. That's not what she's asking, brother. She is shouting out Jamaica, saying Jamaica for 2026, meaning that we should be in the next World Cup. That's what she's shouting out. I hope you guys enjoy the broadcast. We didn't have our little commentator today, which is Demo the man. Yes, definitely, Mr. Porter. That's who he is, and for Argentina still to have him playing at this World Cup, it says a lot about the Argentinian quality of centre backs. That means they're not developing quality centre backs, and that sometimes countries go through this. Right now, the U.S. have always had great goalkeepers, right? And right now, the U.S. have a good goalkeeper, but not a great goalkeeper, right? And he did a good job this year. Nothing that happened today or during this tournament was on him. But if you go back and see all the Brad Friedel, the Tony Miolas, the what's the next one? Keller. All right. Those are like legendary goalkeepers, right? Could have played at any level for any team across the world, but sometimes it ebb and flows up and down. All right, cool. So I'm happy we could have cleared up. So no upset today. You know what it means. I knew you were setting me up for something funny, going on the current trend. I'm not going to say anything about tomorrow, but you know what? Let me just comment on the games tomorrow. Let me comment on the games tomorrow, and then I get out of here. You want to get me in trouble here. All right, so France play Poland tomorrow. The French team, despite having some challenges with personnel and injuries, in the World Cup, and players who have been knocked out of the World Cup with some issues, I still think tomorrow Poland have not shown us right now in the World Cup that they're gonna be pushing the French to the brink. But I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying on the strength and the basis of both teams playing 3 games so far in the World Cup, France should walk away with a W tomorrow. All right. Then at 2:00, you have England playing Senegal. Our cousins from the continent, absolutely, I got to pick Senegal. England, here's the more recognized team, the more, I wouldn't say decorated team, but the players have the cachet and the swag of big name and big money contracts in the EPL. But I think Senegal, despite not having a out and out number 9, someone who can carry the line or lead the line, I think Senegal is going to give them a tough push. And I'll say this: if that game goes, not a script, but if that game goes to the point where the first half is 0-0, it could be a problem. It could be a problem. All right, it could be a problem. So looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna answer maybe one more question and look at a couple more things here, and then what do you think about the match tomorrow? There you go. I just did that. St. Daniel Pastorella, yes. Someone, they see Mr. Porter, you're a wealth of talent. In fact, yesterday I was talking to someone about Jose Luis Brown, right? Remember in that oh, not '06 but '86 World Cup final when he threw his shoulder out and still played for the rest of the game. Every time he got touched, he was wincing. But a championship, after winning a championship, you don't really feel pain. Argentina have not produced any world-class defender. I can't remember the last world-class defender Argentina produced. And I've been racking my brain thinking about it. Can't see it. So for the good of the game, France should just get rid of Poland. Well, France should just get to a point where they just beat the snot out of them from the first half. And let's see what happens. Maybe they quit at halftime. That's a joke. That won't happen, but that's a joke. Was a beast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for joining me in this broadcast. Man's man had to run out and do some stuff, and he couldn't stay for more than I would say 15 minutes in the broadcast, and he left it to me. I hope I didn't disappoint any of you, and I hope I didn't deter any of you for showing up tomorrow again for us to do this all over again. Thank you very much, and go out, spread some love, spread some happiness, and I'll talk to you guys and see you guys soon. All right? You see claim. All right, I put that one up, and then I get out of here. All right, people. I am out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be well. Spread love.